A very good evening, everyone. So, today I am going to talk about the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research examination that is going to be conducted on 7th of March 2021. If you still haven't filled out the form, tomorrow is the last date, that is 1st February 2021, right? Now, you will find all this information on the website as well, but there is something that you would not find on the website, that is the cutoff and what to study. So I'm going to discuss about these aspects. But if you have already filled out the form, you can skip to, or you can forward the video a little bit, because first I'll be discussing about these criteria for the students who are not aware about this examination. Now I have qualified both the examinations. What I mean by both the examinations is, like, the exam is the same, but the cutoffs are different. So there are two institutes for which you can apply. One is your Tata Center for Interdisciplinary Studies, that is in Hyderabad. Okay, this is one this is one center, and the other is this. I'm talking about purely chemistry. If you are from different backgrounds, like for biology, there's one institute in I think Bangalore as well, that is National Center for Biological Sciences, and there are many more. For mathematics also, there are different centers. I'm purely talking about your chemistry over here. So you have TIFR Mumbai and TCIS Hyderabad. Both of them are excellent institutes. Okay, but in general, the cutoff for TIFR Mumbai goes higher than TCIS Hyderabad. Okay, and one more fact about this exam is that the integrated PhD and the PhD examinations are the same. Okay, you do not have a different exam for integrated PhD students and PhD students, right? Now, if I talk about the eligibility, so for integrated PhD students, you can be in the final year of your bachelor's, or you would have completed your bachelor's. Then you are eligible to for the integrated PhD position. That is, you will do your master's, and then you, in the same institute, you will also carry out your PhD studies. One very interesting fact about your integrated PhD from TIFR is that from the first year only in your master's, you start getting a stipend, and I think that is around 25,000 or 21,000. I'm not sure. You can check it out on the website. So for the first year, it is 25,000, and then or 21,000, and from the next year onwards, second year of a master's, you start getting 31,000. So that is one thing that is really you can say lucrative about this integrated PhD institute. Apart from the institution itself, the institution is also one of the best institutes in India. Now, so for the eligibility, like I was saying, for integrated PhD, it is bachelor's and final year of bachelor's or completed bachelor's. And for PhD, it is a final year of master's, or you have completed your master's, right? Like I said, the date of the examination is 7th March 2021. And if I talk about the pattern of the examination, like I earlier mentioned, that both of these examinations for integrated PhD and PhD are the same. So you have 40 questions. Okay, you have 40 questions, and 3 marks for the right answer. Okay, 3 marks you get for the right answer, and -1 for the wrong answer. Okay, -1 marks for the wrong answer. So this is the basic idea. 40 questions are there, so maximum marks that you can score is 120, right? Generally, if I'll talk about the cutoff a little bit later. So this was the pattern of the examination. Fellowship I've already talked about. So what is the procedure? So once you give the entrance examination, they will come out with a list of students who have qualified for the interview for both these institutions, like TCIS Hyderabad and TIFR Mumbai. So like I said, the cutoff for TIFR Mumbai is generally higher, and a less number of students are called for interview. So the interview is really fascinating, and I would not say the interview is tough. It's a very good experience. Okay, so I would just say that the experience of giving the interview is really nice. I have only given the interview in TCIS Hyderabad. Even though I was selected for TIFR Mumbai, I could not attend the interview. I had just given the exam to have an idea as to how you need to prepare and what could be the cutoffs, because they don't release any official cutoffs. Okay, so let me be very clear over here. What I'm suggesting you is, with my experience, I've qualified it twice, so I'm just giving you an experience of what could be the possible cutoffs, right? And obviously what else you need to study. So this was about the basics about the TIFR examination. I'm sure you can find a lot of videos available on YouTube as well related to the examination. For the previous year questions, I will give you the link in the description box. And if you also want to apply online, I'll give you the link to apply online as well. Now, talking about the cutoff, so what I can suggest you is that you need to aim to score minimum of 60 marks. I have not given the examination for integrated PhD, so I'm very sorry, but I cannot give you an idea about the integrated PhD. I can only give you an idea about the PhD examination. So if you want to be called for TCIS Hyderabad, you have to aim for 60 marks. Okay, you have to aim for 60 marks. So if you want to get 60, you can think that you need to attempt a minimum of 26 to 27 questions. And let's say if you get 3 or 4 wrong, then you'll end up with 60 marks. Okay, so let's say if you get if you attempt 27 questions, and so if you multiply this by 3, I mean, obviously all the 27 questions are not going to be correct, so let's assume 4 you got incorrect. So 23 into 3, so this comes out to be approximately 69, exactly 69, and then 4 negative, so it will come out to be 65. So you have to think that minimum 26 to 27 questions you need to attempt in order to qualify for TCIS Hyderabad. So you can think that the minimum cutoff is going to be 50% for PhD. Okay, so at least try and aim to get 60 out of the 120 marks. That is the maximum that you can score. If you want to go for TIFL Mumbai, you can think about scoring roughly around 70. So I think this would be the difference between both the this is a rough estimate, okay, that I can give you, that 60 marks would be the cutoff for the TCIS Hyderabad and 70 marks for the TIFL Mumbai. Obviously depends upon the level of the exam as well, but this is a general idea. I think if you can score more than 50%, definitely you'll bag an interview at least at the TCIS Hyderabad. Now what exactly do you need to study? So this is a very straightforward answer. You cannot prepare for this examination. Okay, it's a really, I have mentioned it a lot of times before as well. I have made videos on this exam, and I can say that you prepare whatever you're preparing for your university exams, for GATE exam, for CSI NET exam, or for any other exam that you're preparing, IIT JAM, but you cannot prepare for this examination. It's going to be different than the rest of the examinations. You can have a look at the previous year questions. Like I said, you will get an idea. So, but there is something that I can still tell you on what to study. In organic chemistry, you can completely leave out, because only 1 or maximum 2 questions come from inorganic chemistry portion. Organic chemistry, I would say, is the most scoring in this examination. Okay, organic chemistry is most scoring, and so only three kinds of questions come from. One is from organic chemistry, one is from physical chemistry, and one is your aptitude and mathematics. Okay, aptitude and mathematics, and it carries a lot of weightage. Aptitude and mathematics carries a lot of weightage. They give a lot of weightage to aptitude and mathematics, and similarly physical chemistry is also given a lot of weightage. So organic chemistry is something that you can really score and improve your rank in the examination. Physical chemistry, you have a look at the questions, you'll understand why I am saying that you cannot prepare for the examination. They are very conceptual, and that's why you are given the time also. For 40 questions, I think you are given approximately 3 hours. For attempting just 40 questions, you are given 3 hours. So that is what, it's a very conceptual examination. If your concepts are clear, you need to go in the exam and apply those concepts. You cannot prepare for it. Like in CSI NET, let's say there's going to be a question from Michaelis-Menten where you just apply the formula and you get the answer. That's not how the questions are going to be framed in your TIFR examination. You need to maybe make an equation in the exam itself to find out the answer, or you might need to make any modification in the Michaelis-Menten kinetics to come to the right answer. There will be no direct question based on the formula. Yes, 1 odd question, 3 or 4 questions might be there, but in general you will not find such questions. And this is one of the most prestigious and premier institutes of India. So I'm sure that if you bag a PhD position over here, the life is going to be tough, no doubt about that. A few of my friends are over here and they have a tough time, but then you will be rewarded as well, because you will end up at very good positions, I'm sure, if you complete your PhD from these prestigious institutions, right? So what I can summarize is that try to get at least 50% questions right, or attempt at least 27 questions out of the 40 questions. Organic chemistry is easier. So in organic chemistry, you can completely leave out. Again, if you look at the previous year question, you'll understand there are literally no questions from inorganic chemistry. Organic chemistry is the easiest, and physical chemistry you need to apply the concepts in the examination, and you cannot mug up the formulas, or you cannot mug up things and answer those questions. And then aptitude and mathematics also, you cannot really prepare for that. If your integration differentiation is good and your general aptitude is good, you will be able to answer those kind of questions. So anyway, I hope you had a brief idea of the examination. I know I could not contribute much as to what you need to study, because literally I just wanted to convey this. You cannot prepare for this examination. If your concepts are great, you will be doing great in this exam, as simple as that. And your mathematics should also be good. You'll have a difficult time, I'm speaking very frankly and honestly, you'll have a very difficult time if your mathematics is or your aptitude is not up to the mark. It will be very difficult for you to qualify this exam. So yeah, that's about it. Anyway, I hope you found this information useful. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I would request you to please do that as well. Yeah, that's about it, and I will see you in the next video really soon. Thank you. I'm teaching live on the Unacademy platform in the CSIR UGC NET category, where I'm taking both the free classes as well as the paid courses. So if you want to get access to the free classes, all you have to do is download the Unacademy app, and when joining the CSIR UGC NET category, you have to use the unlock code, that is SETHI. This is absolutely free of cost, and you will get access to all my classes. While if you want to take the paid subscription or the plus subscription, there is a subscription fee for that, and if you want some discount on the subscription fee, you can use the referral code SETHI. This will give you 10% discount. On top of that, you will also get access to my WhatsApp group, where I frequently post a lot of updates related to exams and other things. In addition, with the plus subscription, what all benefits you are going to get? Well, you can watch all my sessions. Apart from that, you can watch other sessions that are available from other educators in the CSIR UGC NET category. You will also get a frequent mock test for the examination for your practice, and some doubt solving sessions as well. So if you're interested in joining the plus platform, you can definitely check out the free classes first and then take a decision to take the plus classes. Do not forget to use these referral codes. This will give you a discount for the plus subscription, and this code you have to use when you're joining the app to get access to all my free classes.